Can changing your money mindset really help you manifest money? I'm about to reveal not one, not two, but 5 money mindset myths that are almost certainly hindering, if not completely blocking, your money manifestation efforts. Watch to the end because you'll want to be certain you're not falling into any of these traps. Hi, I'm Trevor, and until I was well into my 30s, money was my big bugaboo. Despite having a decent job, I never seemed to be able to make ends meet, and I accrued a mountain of debt. When I came across the law of attraction and the concept of this thing called money mindset, I thought I'd found a way out of my troubles. But there are pitfalls and traps along the way, and honestly, I think I fell into every one of them until I eventually figured out the road to freedom is much, much simpler. I swear it was like being lured onto the rocks by the sirens of Odysseus. By the way, manifesting anything is simple and effortless when you just look through the right end of the telescope. I've described the entire method in a free ebook called Let's Manifest a Ferrari, which you can download by clicking the link I'll put at the top of the description below this video. Let's dive into this thing that's come to be known as money mindset and the 5 myths I promised to expose, and I'm going to blow them out of the water too. Okay, myth number 1 is thinking positively about money will attract wealth. One of the most common myths out there is the idea that if you think positively about money, it will just flow into your life. Now, don't get me wrong, positive thinking has its place. It can lift your mood, give you a boost of motivation, and sometimes even open your mind to new ideas. But when it comes to building a healthier relationship with money, thinking positively on its own won't change your financial reality. Besides, trying to force yourself to think positively about money when you're in a deep financial hole, as I was, is just lying to yourself. It's delusional and it doesn't feel good. What I found in the end is to let the negative thoughts come, because there's really nothing you can do to stop them. But don't be scared by them. They're just shadows. They're like the monsters under the bed that little kids get scared by. All the mums and dads out there know that there are no monsters under the bed, which is why they're always able to reassure the child that they're safe. Scary thoughts about money or anything else are always imaginary because they're about things that haven't happened yet, or, like the monsters under the bed, don't exist. Flip that on its head, however, and when you try to have positive thoughts about money because you don't have enough, all you're doing is drawing attention to your lack of funds because, let's face it, you wouldn't need to think positive thoughts about money if you had plenty, would you? Treat all thoughts about your money situation like you'd treat a stubbed toe. It hurts like crazy when you do it, but you can get on with your day even if it means hobbling around for a while because you know it will pass. The more you can allow the thinking, positive or otherwise, to simply pass through, the more easily and rapidly a way through your money troubles will show up. All I can say is that at the time, I thought I'd never get out from under the mountain of debt. I thought the creditors' letters would never stop. I thought I could never make enough money to fix it all. Yet it's all gone away. Money came. When money didn't come in time, a solution, sometimes temporary, but enough to give me a reprieve, was found. Sometimes I earned the money, but when that happened, I saw a way to do it that hadn't occurred to me before. Sometimes, yes, the money did seem to manifest out of thin air, although I can't tell you to rely on that, because I never found a way to make that happen that I could be sure of. The key point is that you don't have to believe your thoughts. Believe in universal intelligence and let your thoughts go. The intelligence always finds a way. And if you're still not sure about that, here's a reality check. You're still here right now, aren't you? Watching this video, and I bet you have a roof over your head and a meal in your belly, and a gadget that lets you watch videos. You'll be fine. Let's move on to myth number 2. Money is hard to get. Essentially, this is just another negative thought. But if you start with the assumption that money is hard to get, you're much more likely to notice every challenge and setback as proof that this is true. When you drop that belief, you may find you become more open to opportunities and possibilities that didn't seem to exist before. This isn't about being naive or ignoring financial challenges. It's about understanding that reality isn't defined by rigid rules, and that includes our relationship with money. So, next time you catch yourself thinking money is hard to get, try noticing it as a thought rather than a fact. That alone can create some space for new insights to come through. That same line of thinking feeds into myth number 3, which is you need to hustle non-stop to make more money. The hustle culture mindset has become so popular that a lot of people feel guilty if they're not constantly working. The myth here is that if you're not putting in 12-hour days and grinding every weekend, you're somehow failing. But if you take a closer look, you'll see that endless hustling often leads to burnout, not breakthroughs. What if making money wasn't about constant hustle, but rather about aligning with opportunities that resonate with you? Imagine being able to follow what you love and make money from it. That's the reality for many people who've chosen a different path. Now, this isn't to say that acquiring money requires no activity. Money comes in exchange for what others perceive as value, which is when some difference is made to their lives. You're unlikely to do anything which is experienced as making a difference by staying in bed or languishing on the sofa all day. But that's a far cry from the concept of hard work, which, in my book at least, is synonymous with activity you don't particularly enjoy. It's about choosing meaningful action over mindless hustling. It's about asking yourself, what feels right to me? What do I actually enjoy doing? The answer to those questions can be the starting point for a much more fulfilling and often financially rewarding journey. Again, for a deeper dive into breaking through these myths and transforming your financial reality, be sure to download my free ebook, Let's Manifest a Ferrari, by clicking the link at the top of the description. It's packed with insights that take a practical approach to manifesting, leaving behind all the hype and fluff. All right, let's look at myth number 4, which is you must be 100% confident in your financial decisions. This is a myth that causes a lot of people unnecessary stress, the idea that you must be 100% confident in your financial decisions. Now, while a certain level of confidence is helpful, the idea that you need unwavering certainty is just unrealistic and often unhelpful. The truth is, nobody knows exactly what the future holds, and even the best-laid financial plans can be thrown off by unexpected changes. Rather than chasing total confidence, what if you simply allowed yourself to make choices based on the best information you have right now? You can only do the best you can in any moment. No manifestor or law of attraction guru from any time in history, to the best of my knowledge, has ever claimed to have a crystal ball. Confidence doesn't mean knowing it all. It's about trusting yourself to adapt and learn as you go along. You don't need to have all the answers. Nobody does. By giving yourself the permission to take action, even with a bit of uncertainty, you'll find that confidence builds naturally over time, rather than being something you have to manufacture up front. Finally, myth number 5, my favourite, and probably the biggest trap of them all. Here we go. You have to fake it till you make it. Ugh. This myth suggests that by pretending to have wealth, confidence, or success, you can trick your mind or the universe into giving you those things. But when it comes to money, this fake it mindset can lead to inauthenticity, debt, or just a feeling of being out of alignment with who you truly are. What you are abundant in, and I do mean you, and I do mean always, is resourcefulness. You'll never run out of ideas. You'll never run out of opportunities. You'll never run out of ways to make a difference or to add value to someone's life. That's the true source of money. If you can't think of any right now, that's because you're trying to think of something. Let the thinking go and something new will occur to you. How could it not? What if instead you approached acquiring more money from a place of honesty and curiosity? Instead of pretending to have it all together, start from where you are right now. When you're honest about where you stand, you open yourself up to real growth and change. Pretending to be something you're not is exhausting and counterproductive to manifesting, but being authentic is surprisingly powerful. It allows you to build a genuine relationship with money that feels true to who you are. And as the ideas and then money start to flow, which I promise they will, you will also start to value yourself more. And that's true wealth. So there you have it. 5 money mindset myths that can keep you trapped in cycles of frustration and self-doubt. Breaking free from these myths doesn't require some massive shift or a grueling mental overhaul. It's simply about recognizing that these myths are just thoughts you're having rather than the truth about reality. Once we see them for what they are, you can make room for new, fresh perspectives that support your financial well-being. If you're ready to continue this journey with practical insights on manifesting, I invite you to download my free ebook, Let's Manifest a Ferrari, by clicking the link in the description. In it, I share practical and grounded approaches to manifesting. No empty promises, just real ideas that you can start applying today. And before you do that, take a few more minutes to watch my video on how to overcome limiting beliefs about money. I'll put it up on the screen now, and I'll add a link to it in the description too. Thank you for joining me. Remember, money is as much about awareness and openness as it is about numbers and strategies. The more you explore and question your assumptions, the more likely you are to find an approach that truly works for you. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on money mindset and what myths you've encountered along the way. Until next time, take care and happy manifesting.